Hey guys, it's Tiff and welcome back to my channel. You already know what today's video is, so I do not need to tell you twice. What is up? I am proud of myself because I went 3 whole weeks without going to Barnes and buying books, and then I went. And we now have 3 huge bags full of books to share with you guys. So let's count how many books I've bought. So I have 21 books to show you guys, talk to you guys about, and I am very excited. You guys seemed to love the last 2 book hauls I did, so I'm very excited to bring you guys another one. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so the first book I got is Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. First things first, I love this cover. It is so cute, and I have just heard absolutely amazing things about this book. Let's read the synopsis together, shall we? Knox Morgan doesn't tolerate drama, especially in the form of a stranded runaway bride. Naomi Witt is on the run, not just from her fiance and a church full of well-wishers, but from her entire life. Although if you ask her, Naomi's riding to the rescue of her estranged hot mess of a twin, Tina. I don't know how to say the town. I'm gonna have to look that up later. A rough around the edges town where disputes are settled the old-fashioned way with fists and beer, usually in that order. Too bad for Naomi, her evil twin hasn't changed at all. After helping herself to Naomi's car and cash, Tina leaves behind something unexpected, the niece Naomi didn't know she had. Now she's a guardian to an 11-year-old going... What? This is my first time reading this. Now she's a guardian to an 11-year-old going on 30 with no car, no money, and no plan. There's a reason this bearded bad boy barber doesn't get involved with high maintenance women, especially not type A romantic ones. But since Naomi's life imploded right in front of him, the least Knox can do is help her out of her jam. And just as soon as she stops getting into new trouble, he can leave her alone and get back to his quiet, solitary life. At least that's the plan. It sounds so good. Very excited. And the next book I got is Things We Hide from the Light by Lucy Score. This is the second one to that book. This cover is even more beautiful than the first one. I love the pinks. It is just so beautiful. Let's get into the synopsis of this one. Police Chief Nash Morgan is known for 2 things: being a good guy and the way his uniform accentuates his butt. Bro, what? This is the first time I'm reading the back of this one too. As you can tell, I buy a lot of books that I don't know anything about if I just hear something good about it. It's kind of a problem. Anyways, let's continue. 2 bullets put a dent in that southern charm. That's not good. But thankfully spared his spectacular rear end. He's got his hands full with the man who shot him still on the loose, healing wounds, and the citizens that think the law as more of a guideline. Throw in the gloomy mood that clings him, and the last thing he needs is a smart-mouthed, gorgeous new neighbor, making him feel things he doesn't have energy to feel. Lena has her reasons for being in town. She's on a mission, and the fewer people that find out about it, the better. She does her best work alone, and as soon as she finds what she's after, she's hitting the road for her next solo adventure. Too bad the town has other ideas. Soon, Lisa finds herself sucked into small-town life, dog-sitting, saying yes to a bridesmaid dress, listening to the sexy AF chief of police service himself in the shower. But when Nash finds out why she's there, flirty friends become furious enemies. The sparks flying don't know the difference between lust and hate. When danger forces them together, it's only a matter of time before they both get burned. I was not expecting that when I read that, but there you have it. Moving on, the next book I got is The Love Hypothesis by Allie Hazelwood. I've heard really good things about this. I've also heard really bad things about it, but I went on TikTok one day while I was at Barnes and looked up fake dating trope because that's like my favorite trope. And this was one of the books that, according to that TikTok, has that trope. So I picked it up, and it was also on sale. So it was perfect time to get it, you know? You feel me? I don't know what this is about, but this is a book I want to go into blind. So we're not going to read the synopsis of this one because I want to go into it blind. Next book I picked up is Credence by Penelope Douglas. I have also heard amazing things about this. I'm very excited to read it. I also know nothing about this, and I want to keep it that way. I love going into books blind, and I do it quite frequently. So this is going to be another one I'm keeping a secret from myself. The next book I picked up is, I think that's Luca. Like, how do you say that? Is it Luca? Like, someone let me know in the comments how to pronounce it. But From Luca with Love by Mariana Zapata. I don't know if that's the right way to pronounce it. Hopefully I'm not butchering it, but I have heard amazing things about this book, and I think the cover is kind of cute, kind of not. Like, I kind of love it and I kind of hate it at the same time. if you feel me. If someone were to ask Jamie Santos to describe the last few years of her life with a single word, it would definitely be a 4-letter one. After 17 years and countless broken bones and broken promises, she knows her window to compete in figure skating is coming to a close. But when the offer of a lifetime comes in from an arrogant idiot she spent the last decade dreaming about pushing in the way of a moving bus, Jasmine might have to reconsider everything, including Ivan Lukov. I'm pretty excited about it. We'll see how it goes. The next 2 books I got are the first 2 in the Addicted series. So we have Addicted to You and Ricochet by Krista and Becca Ritchie. I don't know anything about these either, so we're gonna keep them a secret. I'm sorry. I love going into books blind. It's one of my favorite things ever, so we're not gonna read the synopsis, but I do love these covers and I am very excited to read them. Next book I picked up is The Stand-In by Lily Chu. I saw this cover and I thought it was so cute and it really pulled my interest a little, so when I read the back I knew I had to get it because it sounds so good and I've never heard anyone talking about this book before. So here's the synopsis. How to upend your life. Get fired by a gross handsy boss, fail to do laundry again, be mistaken for a famous Chinese actress, and fall headfirst into the glitzy new world. Gracie Reed is doing just fine. Sure, she was fired by her overly friendly boss, and no, she still hasn't gotten her mother into the nursing home of their dreams, but she's healthy, she's somewhat happy, and she's mostly holding it all together. But when a mysterious SUV pulls up beside her, revealing Chinese cinema's golden couple Wei Fang Li and Sam Yo, Gracie's world is turned on its head. The famous actress has a proposition. Due to their uncanny resemblance, Fang Li wants Gracie to be her stand-in. The catch? Gracie will have to be escorted by Sam, the most attractive and infuriating man Gracie's ever met. If it means getting the money she needs for her mother, Gracie's in. Soon, Gracie moves into a world of luxury she never knew existed, but resisting Sam and playing the role of an elegant movie star proves more difficult than she ever imagined, especially when she learns the real reason Fang Li so desperately needs her help. In the end, all the determination in the world won't be able to help Gracie keep up this elaborate ruse without losing herself and her heart. I think it sounds really good and I am very, very excited to read this. So, okay, next book I got is Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. Obviously, I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen this book, maybe you've read it. It is very, very hyped up on TikTok. A lot of people were hyping this up in January. I know I'm a little late. Still, I'm excited to read it. This is another book that I didn't read the synopsis of and I really don't want to. I really think I want to go into this blind. So yeah, continuing on. The next book I got is the first in the Inheritance Game series by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I have heard nothing but amazing things about this book. So many people love this trilogy and so I thought might as well get the first one and see if I like it. So yeah, I'm really excited to read it. I also really like this cover. I love the color. I think it's really cute. I'm very excited about it. Another book that I didn't read the synopsis of and I don't want to. I'm sorry. That's happening a lot. But like I said, I love going into books blind, okay? Okay? Next book I picked up is Never Never by Colleen Hoover and Taryn Fisher. I'm pretty sure this is a new release. I've been seeing a lot of people talking about how they pre-ordered this and they're just now getting it. But I saw it at my Barnes, read the back, and I was like, oh my god, this sounds so good. I gotta pick it up. Never stop, never forget, just remember. Charlize and Silas have been best friends since they could walk. They've been in love since the age of 14, but as of this morning, they are complete strangers. Their first kiss, their first fight, the moment they fell in love, every memory has vanished. Now Charlie and Silas must work together to uncover the truth about what happened to them and why. But the more they learn about the couple they used to be, the more they question why they were ever together to begin with. Forgetting is terrifying, but remembering might be worse. I think it sounds really good, so I'm really excited to read it. And the next book I got is More Than Words by Mia Sheridan. I read Archer's Voice in February, absolutely loved it, so I wanted to get another book by her because I loved her writing style. So I picked up this one and I'm very excited to read it. The moment she met Callan Hayes, 11-year-old Jessa Cresswell knew he was a broken prince, her prince. Together they became each other's refuge, creating a safe and magical place far from their troubled lives. Until the day Callan kissed her, Jessica's first real dreamy kiss, and then disappeared from her life without a word. Years later, everyone knows who Callan Hayes is. Famous composer, infamous bad boy. What no one knows is that Callan's music is now locked deep inside, trapped behind his own own inner demons. It's only when he withdraws to France to drink his way through the darkness that Callan stumbles into the one person who makes the music return, Jessica, his Jessie. And she still tastes of fresh, sweet innocence, even as she sets his blood on fire. But they don't belong in each other's worlds anymore. There are too many mistakes, too many secrets, too many lies. All they have is the instinctive longing, that need, and something that looks dangerously like love. I think it sounds pretty good if I say so myself. Okay, last one in the second bag, we have Before We Were Strangers by Renee Carlino. I have just seen nothing but good things about this book. This is another book I know nothing about and I want to go into it blind, so we're not gonna read the synopsis, but I love this cover. I think it's really cute. I normally hate real people on the covers of books, but I think this one is done really good. I really like it. I don't know why I keep saying I'm excited to read each book. Like, obviously I'm excited to read them. I bought them for a reason. Okay, so the next book I got is Final Offer by Lauren Asher. This is the third book in the Dreamland Billionaires series. It just came out like a month or two ago. I am super excited to read it. Since I haven't read the fine print or terms and conditions, I am not going to be reading the synopsis of this because I don't want it to spoil anything. But yeah, I picked this up. This series covers are some of my all-time favorite covers. I literally love them so much. They are so cute. I'm obsessed. Moving along, we have Maggie Moves On by Lucy Score. Let me tell you, I picked this up, read the first sentence of the synopsis, didn't continue reading, and literally said I'm getting this. And there's a very specific reason why. I'm gonna read you the first sentence and you might understand, okay? House flipping sensation and YouTube star Maggie Nicholas. I stopped there. I literally stopped there. And you wanna know why? A, obviously, you're watching this on YouTube, and B, one of my biggest goals and dreams in life is to flip houses. I love interior design, I love decorating, and I want to flip houses. So when I read this, I was like, I have to get this right now. There was only one copy, so I literally got it. I'm not gonna read the rest of the synopsis because that is all I want to know about this book. I am so excited to read it for that reason, and that reason alone. Continuing on, we have Walking Disaster by Jamie McGuire. This is the second in a series. The first one is Beautiful Disaster, and I didn't even know it was a series until I saw someone in a Facebook group I'm in saying that it was a series, so I looked it up and I saw that this was the second one, and then the next time I went to Barnes, they just so happened to have it, and I was like, well, what a coincidence, I have to buy it. Beautiful Disaster, the first one in the series, is actually my all-time favorite cover that I own. It is beautiful. I love it. And this one is literally so cute also. Literally, look at this. I literally love it. The butterflies are just so cute. The butterflies are giving, okay? Okay, so the next book I picked up is Booked on a Feeling by J.C. Lee. I am very excited to read this book. This cover is just adorable. It really drew me into the book because it's just such a cute cover. And it also sounds like a very good book. So here's the synopsis for you. An overachieving lawyer, a failing bookstore, a childhood friend, and the chance of a lifetime. Lizzie, overachiever Chung, has her life mapped out neatly. Become a lawyer? Check. Join a prestigious law firm? Check. Make partner? In progress. If all goes to her plan, she will check off that last box in a couple of years, make her parents proud, and live a successful, fulfilled life in LA. What was not in her plans was passing out from a panic attack during a pivotal moment in her career. A few deep breaths and 4 hours later, Lizzie is in Weldon for 3 weeks to figure out what went wrong. And what better place to recharge than the small town where she spent her childhood summers with her best friend Jack. Jack didn't expect to see Lizzie back in Weldon, but now he's got 3 weeks to spend with the girl of his dreams, except she doesn't know of his decades-long crush on her, and he intends to keep it that way. He can't risk their friendship on a long shot, can he? When Lizzie decides that the local bookstore needs a little revamp, of course Jack agrees, but the more time they spend together, the harder it becomes to ignore that there might be a little bit more than friendship among the dusty shelves and books. Sometimes the path to the rest of your life has been right in front of you all along. Doesn't it sound so cute? This book just sounds like such a wholesome, cute little book, and I'm so excited to read it. All right, we're getting down to the last 4 books. So continuing, the next book I picked up is The UN Honeymooners by Christina Lauren. I picked this up because I read Love and Other Words in February. It's literally one of my favorite books I've ever read, favorite book I read in February, and so I wanted to read more books by them, so I picked up this one because I've heard amazing things about it. Olivia Torres is used to being the unlucky twin. Her life seems almost comically jinxed. By contrast, her sister Amy is an eternal champion. She even managed to finance her entire wedding by winning a slew of contests. Unfortunately for Olive, the only thing worse than the constant bad luck is having to spend the wedding day with the best man and her nemesis, Ethan Thomas. Olive Olive braces herself for wedding hell, determined to put on a brave face. But when the entire wedding party gets food poisoning, the only people who aren't affected are Olive and Ethan. Suddenly, there's a free honeymoon up for grabs, and Olive will be damned if Ethan gets to enjoy paradise solo. Agreeing to a temporary truce, the pair head to Maui. After all, 10 days of bliss are worth having to assume the role of loving newlyweds, right? But the weird thing is, Olive doesn't mind playing pretend. In fact, the more she pretends to be the luckiest woman alive, the more it feels like she might be. Fake dating, that kind of trope is like literally my favorite trope. So the fact that this is like fake fiancés, enemies to lovers, this is gonna be so good. I already know. I know I'm gonna love it. So, okay, the next book I got is Mr. Wrong Number by Lynn Painter. This book sounds like such a funny, good book, and I am very excited about it. Bad luck has always followed Olivia, or maybe she's just the screw up her family believes she is. But when a "what are you wearing" text from a random number turns into the hottest, most entertaining, albeit anonymous, relationship of her life, she thinks things might be on the upswing. Colin has always considered Olivia his best friend's annoying little sister, but when she moves in with them after one of her worst runs of luck, he realizes she's become an altogether different and sexier distraction. He's sure he can keep his distance until the moment he discovers she's the irresistible Miss Style he's been sort of sexting for weeks, and now he has to decide whether to turn up the heat or ghost her before things get messy. Tell me that doesn't sound so good. Yes. Brother's best friend trope? Yes, please. I'm just so excited. Okay, so the last two books that I bought are in like a series, and that is Wild About Denali and Wild About Violet by Sarah Blackard. I literally didn't know these books existed, and then I was sitting at Barnes with my friend, we were talking, and I see in the like Alaskan authors section, because I live in Alaska, these books, and I'm like, those look like romance books. So I pick it up, and I am like, ooh, I need to get them. So the first one, Wild About Denali, is a single mom trope, and I don't know why, but I love the like single parent trope. I think it is very entertaining. So here's the synopsis of this first one. Falling for a single mom? Nope, not gonna happen. No matter how gorgeous and kind-hearted she is, the potential for heartache is just too high. I should know. My mom proved that dating a single parent leaves one open for a soul-crushing bachelorhood, which is why I was determined to keep things friendly with Denali Wild once I learned that the beautiful police dog trainer came with a kid. Why add the possibility of angst and suffering to my already stressful move to Alaska and opening an animal rescue center? Too bad I didn't keep my wits when it came to her son. The problem? The kid is amazing, into rescuing animals just like I am. The kid needs a mate about as badly as I do. I've done a lot of crazy things in my life. I mean, my TV series on Nature Channel wasn't called Getting Wild with Wilder for its placid landscapes and tranquil animals. Not only has my admiration for Denali increased with her insane dedication to her son, but he's buried himself so far in my heart I'll never escape. Isn't that so cute? These are pretty small books. They're less than 300 pages, so they'll be pretty quick, fun little reads, and I'm very excited about it. And then Wild About Violet is a fake dating trope, well, fake fiance, but you get the gist. I'm so excited. I don't even want to read the synopsis of this one because since fake dating is my favorite trope, I just want to go into it blind. But the first few sentences that I already have read say, falling for my fake fiance? Nope, not gonna happen. I'm not gonna ruin a great friendship with her over a pretend relationship. So yeah, I'm very excited to read both of these. Okay, these are all the books. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already, because we have a lot of fun over here and we want you to join the fun. But with that being said, I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.